All right, I was not ready tonight. What's going on, everybody? I am currently just prepping something because I was not ready for this at all. But I think we're gonna have some fun. DJ Widget, what's going on? Yeah, I literally, so I'll say maybe in the past 30 minutes did I start working on anything here. That's why, like, I didn't even plan on playing D&D tonight. I was throwing a map together real quick. So I think that we're not going to do necessarily like a full-blown encounter where it's got a storyline and everything, but I got some plan. We're going to have some fun. Anyway, been super busy, and I'm actually almost done this. Yeah, this is the most on-the-fly D&D I've ever done. I am just finishing setting up one thing real quick for this. Then I have some fun news, and then we'll get into it. Try to decide. I don't know how much you guys do. I know I said you guys were going to be level 6 last time, but I didn't actually level you guys up yet. So we're going to stay level 5, which kind of, you know, I want to make sure I'm not throwing too much at you. That's fine. This will be good enough. It'll be a little fun. Okay, so good. I've got that up. I've got this up. All right. I think we've got everything. Oh, I do need to real quick update the links in my video thing, so that way if anybody does try to go view the links, they will be able to. What's this? This is for the encounter tracker, improved initiative. Let me edit that link real quick. Okay, and then make sure I put this link here. All right, looks like it's already in there. Save. Okay. Perfect. And who knows, Widget, it might just be me and you. So you'll just be playing 4 characters tonight. Because I didn't even get the video posted in preparation for tonight. So, the fun news while we're here. 2 things. Number 1, and unfortunately I'm going to try and show you, but I know that this flipping green screen is going to give me a hard time. But I officially You can see the shine on there. I got it printed out at Staples. And it turned out amazing. The only thing, you can kind of see it on the intelligence box there. You can see the little square around the brain. I didn't necessarily, I didn't make some of the images have a transparent background before putting them over. I just used Excel to remove the background, and for some reason it doesn't look like that totally removed it. So I'm gonna edit that and get rid of those little backgrounds. I mean, it literally doesn't change the paper at all, but it irks me. I don't like that that's there. But other than that, no, the quality was amazing from Staples. I was so happy with how this turned out. And first shot, I took some pictures with it last night. What did I do with them? I think I left them over here. One second. Yeah, look at this. I can't believe this worked out the first shot. We'll see if you... So the item thing matched up perfect. Hold on, I can't really... There you go. Yeah, the little printout items matched up perfect the first shot. I thought for sure I was going to have scaling issues and have to actually mess with it a little bit to get it right. But yeah, so all I got to do now is actually print these out and get them laminated. And then I'll put those little things on the back and be able to stick them, and it worked out perfect. So yeah, this was huge. Staples did really good. I printed out 3 of these because I'm planning on playing with my nephew and niece, I think, along with my son in the near future. So I printed out 3, and the total cost for all 3 of them was $13.40, I think. So that was huge. Big fan how that turned out. So that was awesome. Hopefully, Widget, you'll get to use that. Let me know. Give me your thoughts as you're using it. If there's anything that like you want to change or you think should be changed. I want feedback from people that are using it. That way I can go adjust it. Now, the major news that I'm uber hype about. So I've always said that, you know, the money that I was getting from Patreon and YouTube and stuff, I was going to put back into this, and I haven't even linked up my bank account yet to Patreon because I didn't even want to touch the money until it was something that I could contribute back to YouTube in some way. I finally reached a point where we got an official camera. Finally. So quality is going to start going up. I was trying to get this linked up for my stream tonight. I just didn't get it done in time. But I got this now because as things are slowing down, I'm planning out my videos finally. I'm getting back into getting ready to do some cool stuff and editing. Yes, it sure does, Widget. And I just want you to know that I'm not just taking money and running. I know that I screwed up as a first-time YouTuber. If I were to do it again, I would have slowed down for those first 3 months because I might have mentioned this plenty of times before, but basically the average time to getting monetized on YouTube is 15 months. I spent those 3 months, like, I would go to work, come home, play with the kids, hang out with the wife, stay up until 4 or 5 a.m. for like maybe 4 nights out of the week, recording videos, editing videos, and it was awesome, and I was able to get monetized in those 3 months, which is crazy, and I was having so much fun, but it just killed me. I, like, couldn't even focus when I was getting to work and stuff. It was just crazy. So the problem is, I think, like, I got used to making videos that fast, and so obviously the viewers got used to me making videos that fast, and it was just overwhelming. So the break over the summer was nice. I'm going to go a little bit slower, but I'm going to start making videos again, and I'm super hype about it, especially now that I got this camera. And the funny part is, you know, I was telling my wife, the biggest reason for me wanting to get a camera like this rather than keep using my phone, is actually just this. Do you know how many times I would be sitting there with my phone recording the video? I'd record for like 15 minutes because I'd have to keep repeating myself, and I would go check it out, and my camera was, or my phone was slightly to the left, and I was like in the side of the screen, and it would make me so furious, and I have to go redo all of that. So that was one of the biggest reasons in general that I wanted a camera. But then, of course, the better video quality and such. I can record 4K, 30 frames per second on here, which is going to be huge. So big updates, hype about that. We got kids D&D character sheets, we got cameras, and now because I was doing all that stuff over the past couple days, I was not prepped for tonight. So we're going to wing it, and we're going to see how this goes. And Widget, it looks like you might be controlling the show. You just got seduced by the allure of Sachemon and buying pulls. I 100% did. 100%. And I'm hyped to be pulling more. So, what are we doing tonight? Well, I don't have a big backstory. Like I said, I didn't plan any of this. So, on your way back from your last encounter, which your last encounter, I believe, was the stench extinguishing. So you guys had taken care of that situation, and on your way back, you're going to be passing what you know to be a pretty well-known little magic shop, kind of in the middle of the woods. And it's easily found by this tall tree that sits on top of a mountain. That's kind of like the location point. And the shop itself, you know, and the locals kind of know as it's called the Hilltop Magic Shop. Because it sits on top of this little hill that's in the woods, and the only way to get to it is by there is a small bridge that comes off that hill to another one, and then you can kind of go up the hill there. So you decide to go make a pit stop and see what's going on, and as you're getting kind of closer to the where you know it to be, and you can see the tree through the forest, and it starts to clear out a little bit, you start to hear the shopkeep himself. Sounds like he's kind of yelling out to anything, anywhere, the ether, for help. You hear him calling for help. So you get a little pep in your step, you start running to see what's going on. And as you get closer to this hilltop, to the point that you can see it, you see what looks to be some band of raiders that have started trying to maybe break into the shop or something, but it looks like you've kind of gotten here at just the beginning of this barrage of creatures. So I will switch over to here. And so as you're coming down south to the point that you know it to be, you see the big tree here on top of the hill, and you can see the magic shop on the other side. Now, what you can see right off the bat, you see several what look to be Orcus creatures up on top of the hill, already at the doorstep of the shop, trying to make their way in. Towards the bottom and up on the bridge, you see a few goblins that are kind of, a couple of them making their way up there. You see a few that look to have maybe like taken a stance on the bridge to kind of stand ground. And you see two hulking ogres making their way that way. One of them's actually close to the bridge, but it looks like he's having a hard time figuring out whether or not he trusts the bridge enough to cross it to go help break down that door. So, with that, I will switch over to you and ask you what it is you would like to do. And actually, I'll leave it. I know that we've kind of made a big map here, so it's hard for you to see the full screen. But what would you like to try to do? And in the meantime, I'm going to try and get a little more, I guess, like upbeat. Okay, well, that just came in, but I'll take that. What would you like to do? So there is, you see the three goblins down at the bottom that seem to kind of be making their way up the hill. You see one goblin on this pile of rocks over here kind of doing a lookout. And you see two up on the bridge. And then you've got what looks to be four orcs up on this hill here. Sorry, it's funny, I was pointing at my OBS on this screen thinking that my mouse was on your screen and it wasn't. So... So as you come running up and you see this band of raiders kind of making their way up to this Hilltop Magic Shop. Where's the shopkeeper? Is he in immediate danger? Go ahead and roll a perception check to see if you can ascertain where the yelling was coming from. Widget, no problem. No problem whatsoever. I get it. I like to imagine that the three goblins at the bottom of the hill are the ones playing this music. They're just hitting the drums, marching in order. Crap, can't remember the code to roll. It is an exclamation point the letter D and then the number that you're trying to roll. So in this instance, a 20. And hopefully Nightbot is in. I have not tested it. I forgot to do my fireball. A 9. So you can hear it in the direction of the magic shop. But it's hard to tell with the sounds of the goblins kind of laughing and cackling as they're moving towards there, and the ogres kind of making their pretty loud grunts as they're making their way towards the bridge. You can hear the shopkeep from coming in the direction of the shop, but you can't tell where, like, if he's the only one, you know, anything like that. You can just hear the yelling coming from that direction. Which, actually, I should have... One second. Let's go ahead and edit this real quick. Is it Polygon? I think it's Polygon. Yeah. Finished. Good enough. I definitely had the exclamation point at the end. Alright, what is this slow music now? Alright, I need to find battle. Oh, but I do like this. Alright, I'm keeping it. It's fine. So, yeah, as you run up and you see the raiders kind of making their way towards the bridge, assuming for sake of game we're rested with all the spells. That is correct. Yes, you've rested. You are good to go. You see that the orcs have started kind of, one of them's up against the front door, hitting at the front door. It looks like the front door's holding for now, but he's definitely, as he's using his sword to hit the door, there's definitely some damage being had. You see the other ones on the side looking for another way in. You see one of them at a window towards the front, trying to break through the wood of the window. They're kind of like wooden shutters. I feel like ogres aren't super smart, so I'm going to attempt to distract them by throwing a rock away from the shop. Okay. What direction would you like to throw the rock? Which direction are you kind of trying to draw their attention? Are you trying to get them to turn towards you? Are you trying to get them to turn like more towards the southeast side of things, or kind of go back to the northwest? And then, so yeah, here's the orcs. One of them at the front door trying to bash his way in. You see the two looking for a way in over here. And this one's kind of trying to break the door there. Oh, let me hide the battle scene. We don't need that up right now. There you go. And then, yeah, you see the two goblins here on the bridge looking two different ways, kind of keeping a lookout down the valley here. Or cast prestidigitation if they have that. Definitely not towards us. I do believe that Lenka might have prestidigitation. Let me double check. Wrong. He does not. Let me see if Walsen has it. He has thaumaturgy. Not prestidigitation though. Hey buddy, you stream good and I really love it and would like to be a fun and friend of yours if you don't mind. Kindly add me up on Discord. Username JamesMary001. Wow. I appreciate that, James Mary. I got called buddy. Hopefully you at least follow. I will say, as many of these scammers as I get over on Twitch, I very much enjoy that they at least usually subscribe before they leave. Or they subscribe after they leave. One of the two. So, gets the subscribers up over on Twitch. Definitely not towards us. So, I'll say that you being up kind of towards the northern end here, you're going to try to chuck something, or like make a noise over here to the southwest to try and draw. Well, you may want to do it to the northeast, because if you do it this way, then they're going to come around. So I'm leaving it up to you. Which way would you like to toss it? Oh, that's crazy. My Twitch, I edited that before I, hold on. Hold on. That's weird. Conjoin along. Appreciate you. Yeah. I feel bad because I do kind of neglect Twitch a lot. Because I like the YouTube platform a lot. And I'll leave the Discord link up there. That's fine. Yeah, you can pick a point and make a noise from there with thaumaturgy. Got it. Screw the rock. Go with thaumaturgy from 30 feet to the north of us. Okay. All right. All right, from 30 feet to the north of you. Okay. I'm going to put it, let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So I'll say, go ahead and roll a stealth check. I'm going to put you guys down towards the... I will say... Oh, goodness, I'm on the wrong thing. I'll say that you probably, seeing what you can see, are going to try and run up near this hill here. And then do the thaumaturgy kind of backwards. That way it is kind of towards the north of you. So you're kind of hiding under this tree here. So go ahead and roll a stealth check with advantage as you hide underneath the tree from those that might be looking up top. So we got a 12. And we'll probably be using, what's his face's, Damien's stealth, which should be a plus 10 or something. So 22. Let me see. Stealth is plus 10, 22. So, collectively, you guys, Damien, leading the charge, looks back at the rest of you and goes running up to the side of the hill. And as he does, like the others kind of follow kind of in his exact footsteps. And he kind of leans up against the hill and points over towards, I can't think of his name right now, Lenka. Points over to Lenka and just makes kind of a signal that Lenka understands to make a noise to the north. So, with that... he is going to make kind of a loud booming sound 30 feet to the north. We'll say it goes right... This doesn't mean anything, but I'm just putting this to notate something. So, say 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. We'll say right there. So, as Lenka kind of holds his hands up and sends a bit of magic in the northwestern direction, in the vicinity, you hear this almost like a small explosion. And the cackling from the goblins kind of stops for a moment, along with this ogre, as they turn to kind of peer around and see what may have caused that noise. Let me zoom out a little for you here. So their attention does get distracted for a moment here as they turn around. But I don't know how loud thaumaturgy is. I don't think it's that powerful of a spell. Let me see if it tells me real quick. Was it Walsen that had that? Yeah, I said Lenka. It was Walsen. My fault. So, thaumaturgy. Your voice causes a harsh tremors. You create this thing that originates from a point of your choice within range, as a rumble or ominous whisper. Yeah, so I wouldn't say that it could make a super loud explosion by any means, but definitely something that sounded like an explosion, loud enough for at least these ones to hear. The ogre up at the front of the bridge is currently just starting to get the confidence to really pass through this archway here and try walking on this bridge that's just, it's almost like it's too small for him. It's kind of closing in around his hip area as he's trying to go across. Meanwhile, the orcs are still bashing, the orcs over here are still bashing the front door, and it looks like they might have maybe chipped a hole through it, but you're not totally sure how much longer that door is going to hold up. But for the moment, the goblins and this orc have been distracted, and it looks like they're starting to move in the direction towards the north a little bit to get a good look at what that sound may have been. So as they're moving north, and you guys are kind of on the hill there, what is it you would like to do? Small flame appearing in his hand. Tell me when, Damien. Okay. All right. So Lenka is getting ready with what I assume to be Fireball and not Firebolt in his hands. As these goblins are making their way north here. And the ogre is kind of going with them. And it is up to you when you think Damien would have them fire. As Lenka, I'll say, maybe maneuvers a little bit this way to get within range. And with a 22 stealth check, you guys are kind of well hidden up against this hill. And with their attention looking the other way, kind of towards the north, trying to figure out where that sound came from. And so collectively, they're all moving up here. And I would say at about this point, Lenka could confidently see all of them. So with that, Damien looks over to Lenka. No! And Lenka just sends this massive fireball slamming down around all of them. I need everyone to go ahead and roll for initiative. That's what I usually have, recently at least. I normally have Pocket Bard up. That's why. I was trying to remember how I normally have battle music and stuff up. So I will need 4 d20 rolls from you for trying to think if I could. Yeah, because if I type battle on here, I don't think we're going to get what we want. So, in fact, if we just give me 1 minute, I'm actually going to set this back up to play the music. So we get a little bit more of an intense music going on. Because you got to build that ambience, you know? Got to build the ambience. So for those of you that don't know what I'm talking about here, I use Pocket Bard. And I actually have to put on my link real quick. 1 second. It is pulling up. Sorry, I need to switch over to this. Takes a second. Almost done, though. Come on. I don't know why this is taking so long. It doesn't normally. It normally takes like maybe 15 seconds. It even says it's connected. All right, turning back on, reconnecting. What happened to Nightbot? He should be there. What do you mean? You don't forget you can't type it too fast. There's a little delay in between when you can send it in. Why is this not coming up? What's crazy is it can see it over here. We're having trouble connected to your devices. I see that. Well. Oh, here we go. Hey, there we go. All right, now theoretically, if I pull a Pocket Bard, you guys should start hearing it. Let's see. Let's see. We are in a forest, so I should swap to forest. All right. Yes. Okay. That is hopefully not too loud. You guys let me know if it is. Okay. Let's do this. Let me know if it's too loud. So, initiative-wise, I can swap back to Viewers Play D&D now. So, initiative-wise, we have So starting with Captain Ommoll, you rolled a nat 20. I see you bringing that up there, Widget. Oh, sure, nat 20 on the initiative. Would have been nice to save that one. So that'll put him at a 22 total. Damien, so you had a nat 20, then an 18. Nice. So plus 4. We'll put him at 22 as well. Lenka, another 18. Holy cow. Plus 2. We'll put him at 20. And then Walsen coming up in the back at a 4. Minus 1. So then the rest of them. Ooh, some of them had some good rolls. Sheesh. All right. All right. And start. So now if I pull up the battle scene, wrong thing, and I'm going to take away the chat just so that way you can see everything going on here. So we are going to start with the surprise round as Lenka releases the fireball and sends it out over these creatures here. Easy enough. Fireball encapsulates all of them. And I see we have 13... No, that's 13 views. I was going to say, that's high. Yeah, there you go. 6 concurrent viewers. So if you're just chiming in, feel free to join in with what you want to happen. You can access this battle map and the initiative order down below if you'd like. And actually, I got to refresh this map because I'm noticing that you're not seeing the correct battle order and stuff on here. So I got to double click here. Erase that for a second. It'll go away, and then it's going to come back up. Nice and refreshed. All right. So the goblins are going to go first, but this is after the thing. So go ahead and roll a fireball for me in the comments, please. Do your fireball attack. Let's see what you got. And I'm probably not even going to bother rolling dexterity saving throws for the goblins, but I will roll a dexterity saving throw for the ogre when we get to that point. So if someone wants to do the fireball real quick, I'm going to grab a drink. I'll be right back. That's a D20. You need to use the exclamation point fireball spell, Lens. I should have added a river in here. Then I could have added a river sound to this. Da, 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 da. I wanted this one to be more intense. What about like I could do Ancient Grove. Or let's see what the plains sounds like. Ooh, I like that one. A little more upbeat. Okay, fireball. We have 4, 5, 9, 15, 17, 23, 24, 25, 26 points of damage from the fireball. So I will tell you right now that none of the goblins that are within that range are living. So, yellow, dead. Purple, dead. Is that purple? Yeah. And orange is dead. So with that, I wish I could do like a little dead symbol on them. I could do I could make a tiny circle and do a scorch mark on them. Nah, I won't stay. Shoot. All right. So, and now the ogre is going to make his dexterity saving throw. D20. Can Damien get a shot off on the ogre in tandem with the fireball on surprise round? I will say absolutely, since thematically you said that Damien's going to let him know when to fire. So I'll say that when he yelled fire, he had already pulled back his short bow. I think it's short bow. And he yelled fire as he was letting go. So I like it. 10 with the saving throw is not going to be enough. So he is going to take the full 22 points of damage. And he's going to let out this guttural as he's kind of on fire all over his body. Yellow Ogre taking the 22 points of damage. Oh, 26. I was trying to cheat. Why you got to be counting behind me? 4 more? Okay. All right. And that'll be that. So go ahead and, if you didn't already, roll. Yeah, you did. Roll your D20 for Damien as he releases his arrow. Yeah, so with his short bow. With Assassin, Damien gets advantage on this, and it crits if it hits. I like it. I appreciate you. So I don't have to remember that. 14 plus 7, that's 21. That is definitely going to hit. So you get to roll 1d6 plus 4 damage, but it will be, because it is with advantage, you should be getting the sneak attack on that. So it will be 4d6 plus 4, but the 4d6 will be times 2. So if you want to roll a fireball and we'll take the first 4d6s, you can do that. And I should probably notate that these goblins are dead. I need like a... I'm going to try and find a sword X icon to... Is this one transparent? Oh, come on. Yeah, here we go. Save image, downloads, sword X. All right. So now I should be able to go here and input a new prop. So that way I can... Because I don't like just removing them. Should not be 4x4 though. Size, set rows. I guess 1. Yeah, that's fine. 1x1, import. Okay. Now, oh, look at this, look at this. Oh! Can I send them to back? Can't you, like, layer these? I thought you could layer them. Duplicate. Yeah, layer. Attachment? Yeah, there we go, there we go. Okay. Duplicate. So the yellow... Oh, gosh. Yellow goblin's dead. Orange goblin's dead. And... purple goblin is dead. There we go. Let's go. All right, average. Nice. 6611. That is as exactly average as you can get. So, 12, 13, 14 times 2 is 28. Plus an additional 4 is 32 points of damage. As this yellow ogre... What did I just say? Did I just say 32? 12, 24, plus 4, 28. I can't keep track. Right? No, 14, 28, plus 4. Yeah, 32. I said 32. All right. 32 points of damage as this ogre is looking no good on his turn. So, with that, now, it is the goblin's turn. Let me go ahead and get rid of the defeated goblins so they're not in your visual. These two goblins... seeing a couple things happen. Number one, they just saw a giant fireball happen from somewhere to the north just at the edge of the hill. Number two, they see this massive ogre getting the courage to now start barreling across this bridge in their direction that he barely flits. So, they are going to turn and start running to the other side of the bridge. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. We'll say 25 is here, then 30. He's going to be running this way. This one, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He's going to bonus action dash. 35. It's kind of awkward using these squares. 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. And this one is going to... Actually, he would probably go this way. We're going to send him the other way. So he would have gone here, and then he'll use bonus action dash to go a little bit further. Knowing that the ogre's coming, he's going to get out of the way, and they're both going to hold their action. So that is the end of the goblins' turns. So, love that the short bow did more damage than a whole freaking fireball. Precision, baby! Alright. Now, Captain Ommoll's turn. What would Captain Ommoll like to do? Now, note here regarding the mountains. They are, or the hills here, they are about 30 feet up. Just an FYI. You're next to a pretty steep incline next to you. So, what would you like to do? Oh, somebody pulled cards. Ooh, a lip asked me to make him an offer. Does rushing the ogre sound good, y'all? Hey, I say whatever you say, you just do it. Whoever wants to chime in, feel free. There's only a couple of you here anyway, so go to town. Oh, why did I slide down? Sorry. I like these sword X's. I'm glad I did that. That is definitely staying. Either that or chuck a javelin. Yeah, but you only get one attack on your attack action if you do that. 5, 10, 15, 20. Actually, you won't even reach the orc or the ogre now that I'm thinking about it. Because you've only got 30 feet of movement. And you are, I think, 35 feet away. We can measure. Five, 10, 15, 20. Oh, that's interesting how it counts that. Oh, so it would be, yeah, from the center of where, yeah, from your square to here, yeah, 35 feet, 35 feet. So you could get to these two squares. I keep trying to jump back and forth between character sheets, and it's timing me out of the stream. Oh. We got this big industrial printer, Lids. We could print it out. But you do have a javelin, if I remember correctly. Yeah. So the javelin is +7 to hit, reach 5 feet, or it is thrown. Range of 30 feet, disadvantage up to 120. But you've got extra attack. Beginning at 5th level, you can attack twice instead of once whenever you take the attack action. But the problem with the javelin is you throw it. So it's free to pull it out. You attack, but then it would require the rest of your action to pull another one out. So. Whatever you'd like to do. Maybe go out 15 feet and ready in action to hit when the ogre steps up. Oh, I like it. I like it. So, Captain Ommoll, chest out. 10, 15. We'll just eke around the corner here of the hill. Hey, you big, fat, ugly mother flipper. Because he has a YouTube channel that he doesn't want to say curse words on. And he will kind of beat his chest and kind of get big and entice the ogre a little bit, who is already angry from the fireball that came down and the arrow that struck him right in the chest to a point where it probably punctured a lung. You can see it's kind of hard for him to breathe. But, okay, so he will ready his attack action, and that will be the end of Ommoll's turn. Up next, we have Damien. I imagine I know what you're going to have Damien do, but I will leave it up to you. What would you like Damien to do? Since the ogre hasn't acted yet, Assassin is still in effect. Interesting. When you get the drop on your enemies, you have advantage on attack rolls against any creature that hasn't taken a turn yet. You are correct. 3 and a 5. Oh, so much for advantage. Shut that name out. Plus 7. So 5 plus 7 is 12. And that will hit. That is ridiculous. Oh, man. Where is that at? Okay, yeah. So, yeah, assassinate. In addition to any hit you score against creatures, surprise. But it's not surprise this time, so it won't be a critical. But you get 4, 1, 1, 5, so it's 9, 10, 11. Plus 4, you do 15 points of damage. And with that, as the ogre turns to see Captain Ommoll puffing his chest out and stands up to start lurching towards Captain Ommoll, Ommoll watches as a second arrow strikes the ogre right in the middle of the forehead, just between the eyes, and he falls backwards with a on his back onto the ground. So we get to duplicate this, and we get to make it one bigger now. He's dead. All right. And with that, Damien can still move. So yeah, let me mark this. He has used his action, but that is all he's used so far. So you do still have a bonus action, and you do still have your movement. So what would you like him to do at this point? Yeah, bonus action, dash, disengage, and hide. Yeah. I was just trying to make sure it wasn't different from... I know a goblin can do, I think, 2 of them. Let's see what can a goblin do. Yeah. Disengage or hide. He can't... Oh! I cheated. I don't know. I thought the goblin could dash on its turn also. So, bonus action to hide, then start moving around the hill to check for where the other enemies are. Alrighty? I gotta back up a couple goblins here. So this one would have been, I think, somewhere here-ish. And then this one had just made it to the side. Alright. Okay, so go ahead and roll a stealth check for me as he attempts to hide, and as he's walking kind of around the side. You get advantage just because, obviously, you're already kind of unseen. But Overlord Isaac, what's going on? Hide is actually exactly what we're trying to do here. So with advantage, we got a 9. We're going to add 10 to that for the stealth, which is 19. So you feel pretty well hidden as he kind of comes around the corner up here, and at this point, after moving about, we'll say 15 feet just now because I didn't count, looking up the incline of the hill, he sees the tail end of the ogre starting to make his way on the bridge, and he sees 2 of the goblins just getting to the end of the bridge towards the building itself. So he's got about 15 feet of movement left. Overlord, so you guys are telling me what you want the characters to do. This is totally up to you and what you want them to be happening. And I'll give you a quick catch-up real quick. As they were making their way towards, it's called the Hilltop Magic Shop, which is a magic shop that literally sits on this little hill here. And the only way to get to it is through this bridge attached to this hill. As your group was coming up to it, they saw that it was being raided by these orcs and goblins and ogres. And you can hear the shopkeep somewhere from inside or something yelling for help. And at that point, you guys distracted a few of them up top and have started attacking them and are now making your way towards probably the others. But you notice that some of them are at the front door and starting to try to break down the door as this big hulking ogre is making his way across the bridge to go assist with that process. So as DJ Widget said, you can see the character sheets down in the link below underneath the video. Additionally, if you wanted to access the map, you can do that with that link. Or if you wanted to even go over to the initiative tracker, you can do that with those links as well. So, but basically, you're just telling me what you want your characters to do. This is completely your guys' game. So we are on Damien here, which I'll put a title so that way those of you that don't know who they are will know who they are. So this is Damien. This is Captain Ommoll. This is Lenka. And this is Walsen. Walsen Bessetia. Alright, so to finish out Damien's turn, Damien will hug the edge of the hill moving southwest. Okay. So he's going to move an additional 15 feet and start to make his way up the hill here. So that will use the remainder of his movement. And now you do still have your bonus action. So if you'd like to dash... Oh, no, that's right. You hid. You hid. Okay, so that was your bonus action. So he has used everything. It is now Lenka's turn. What would you like Lenka, the evocation wizard, to do? As Lenka just released this fireball. And he's now sitting underneath this tree next to the hill. What would you like him to do? Is there a goblin on that rock west of the hill? There is. Yep, so there is a goblin right here. Now, I will say, with him being up on the rock where he is, and additionally... Oh, actually, you know what? I forgot to do anything with him. I forgot he was there. I'm glad you said that. I would have brought him back down the rock a little bit. So, he's peering over the rock. I'm not going to say he's completely hitting, but he's got 3/4 cover as he's trying to figure out what's going on with that explosion and everything. I cast Thunder Spell on a child. Interesting. Well, we don't have Thunder Spell or a child. So we are on Lenka. And yeah, you can see the goblin there. But he's pretty well hidden and he's kind of peering around. He didn't hide by any means because he wasn't sure what was going on. So, not completely hidden. What do I have? So if you do pull up the character sheets, you got like your classic evocation wizard spells. You've got magic missile. We just used fireball, 3rd level spell, but you do have that. Melf's magic, no, Melf's acid arrows, I think is what it's called. Let me see, I can pull it up on here. But at the moment, he can't see anything. Lenka specifically, because he's behind the mountain. But yeah, he's got Mage Armor, Magic Missile, Witch Bolt, Melf's Acid Arrow, Gust of Wind, Misty Step, Phantasmal Force, Scorching Ray, Fireball, Poison Spray, Minor Illusion. Skip his turn, he's in a good place. I mean, he could just stand there, but he tends to be one that wants to go get in the action a bit. Because after him would be the orcs, and then the ogre, and then Walsen. That's fair. That is fair. Isaac, typically minor illusion, you can just create some kind of small, what looks to be a distraction of some sorts. And then you basically, whoever you're trying to distract, the enemy, would have to try to make a saving throw to see if they can decipher whether or not it's real and such. But we can go along with Widget's magic missile. And Widget, I believe, just knowing my wife, I believe the nah was probably towards skipping the turn, not the magic missile. But it does, that's a good point though, Linz. It does give him the opportunity to try to hit 3 targets, but you're going to have to make attacks. So here, I'll put it up in the chat, because that is a good point too. I didn't think about that. So which one? Magic Missile or Scorching Ray? Both of them do 3 attacks. Both of them can hit multiple targets. Scorching Ray does a lot more damage, but you have to roll for the attacks. Magic Missile does less damage, but it hits automatically. Oh, we should create a chest of gold. Overlord Isaac, not a bad idea. I would save that for the next turn, since we're going to be doing one of the 2 attacks. But that could definitely be distracting probably some of these monsters that are making their way towards this magic shop. I actually can't see the magic missile comment. My phone is having a hard time keeping up. Got it. All right, so I'm seeing 100% magic missile. All right. Oh. We've got 3 votes in there. Oh, it's 50-50 out of the 4 votes. We need 1 more vote. If somebody's out there, I see we have 5 concurrent viewers, so theoretically there should be 1 more viewer. Going once, going twice. All right. Then we leave it up to the dice gods. I will roll a d20. 10 and above, it does a magic missile. Below 10, it does Scorching Ray. If you do another stream, 8. It is Scorching Ray. Here we go. So, using Scorching Ray, I'm going to need 3 attacks. Where would you like to send the Scorching Rays? How many at which creature? And actually, can they reach? I didn't even think about that. How far can Scorching Ray go? Range 120 feet. You're good. You're going to hit him. I think. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. Oh, yeah. Okay. So, how many would you like to send at the Goblin and the Ogre? If you do another stream, we should be able to create our own characters. So, I actually, this was kind of thrown together for the night. These people have been using these creatures for a few of these encounters. But we've talked about actually making one of each type of character. Adding in your sorcerers, your, I'm drawing a blank, your rangers, your druids, and stuff like that. Adding one of each. And then before the stream, everyone will pick the party. Which 4 of those you would want to use. But as far as you create your characters before each stream, it just starts to get a lot. Because at that point, depending on who's showing up, what characters they want to make, and then you spend all that time making a character anyway. So I like to have the same characters play, but we are going to have options to choose from, at least from now on. I see on the bridge. So are we sending all 3 at the Ogre on the bridge? Is that what we're planning here? All right. So go ahead and roll 3 d20s as we try to attack the Ogre. So Isaac, if you'd like to get in on rolling the d20s, you can type in the exclamation point, the letter D, and then the number 20, and that will roll a 20-sided dice. Pick a random number between 1 and 20. And then if anyone else wants to roll them, we need 3 d20s all together. Alright. I don't know why Nightbot's taking a long time here. Because it worked for mine. Am I missing something? Let me see. Oh, there you go. So, oh, there you got it. So, Isaac's was the 10. Lindsay had the nat 20 and the 4. So, we have a 10, a 20, and a 4. So, the 10 plus the 7 for Lenka's modifier. Let's see. Also, welcome to D&D in general, by the way, Isaac. What's the modifier? Here we go. Spell attack modifier is +7. I was right. Okay, so with the orc having an AC of only 11, that 4 will still hit. So all 3 are going to hit, one of them being a critical hit. So good on ya. So for Scorching Ray, each one is going to do 2d6 fire damage. So if you would like to roll 6 d6s, you could also just use the fireball comment. We'll use the first 6 of those. Oh, actually, no. I think I have Scorching Ray as a spell. You can use exclamation point Scorching Ray, and it should pop up. Oh, but I guess... Oh, yeah, and then we'll double the 3rd and 4th one. Do we have anything to get advantage? Not on this one, but that's okay because you didn't need it. All 3 of your attacks did hit. So, you had a 5 and a 3 for the first one. You had a 2 and a 4 for the second one, which will double to 12. So 12 plus 8 is 20, plus an additional 5. So 25 fire damage from Scorching Ray to this ogre here. That one's dead. This one's not. All right, so Scorching Ray, 25 points of damage to the ogre there. And that will be Lenka's turn. And with that, the orcs are going to go. So, as the orcs are trying to bash their way in, I'm going to roll a few attacks here. I'll do one over here and one over here on Twitch. So with the one on Twitch, I had a 7 and a 13, a 5 and a 10. So 2 of them will hit. And then... what's the damage for that? I can get rid of this. 1d12 plus 3 as they're smashing this door. So I will do... why are they breaking in? You're not sure. You kind of just showed up on scene, like your party did, and you heard the man inside yelling, asking for help, but you're not sure why they're breaking in. A 5. And... oh. Oh, actually, I thought these guys had multi-attack. I was doing 4 attacks, 2 from each of these. They only have 1. So, that was a 5 and an 8. 13. Alright. The 8 plus 3 will hit. So, with the second orc's attack, the first one, you see him kind of hitting. He's kind of hitting the metal rivets or something. It's not doing too much. The other one, as it comes up, slams into the door, chunking out a piece of it, leaving a hole the size of, like, maybe the head of the axe. It's a pretty decent sized chunk, and it looks like it's starting to split the door down the middle pretty good. The other 2, as they're hearing the door start to crack and splinter, are going to come running around. And this one's going to wait here. And that is going to be the end of their turn. It is now the ogre's turn. Oops, sorry. So the ogre, now just getting on the bridge. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. I'm going to need to make a dexterity saving throw for the goblin, as the ogre that is squished on this bridge is barreling through. Let's see what you... Oh, I love the tense music growing. 18! So, as the goblin turns and sees the ogre coming through, he kind of dodges out of the way and manages to hang on the side of the bridge here, grabbing onto and holding one of the ropes that's hanging on there. And not reacting to be blasted with fire. I'll say there's kind of like a fear from this ogre. You could already tell timid from going on the bridge itself, and finally kind of gaining the courage to just start running. And then especially after hearing the massive fire explosion and then being shot from behind, there's not a full level of confidence there, so he's just going to start running over to where the rest of them are. Break the bridge. Hey, that's whatever you guys want to try. With this, oops, it is Walsen's turn. So now, I'll give you a more overarching view here. As Walsen's in the back, what would you like Walsen to do? But then you're going to have a hard time climbing up to the shop. Shaw, what's going on? Howdy, howdy. Walsen is going to cast Beacon of... is that the one that takes... hold on. Oh, no, it's casting time 1 action. I don't know why I thought that was the one that takes, like, 10 minutes to cast or something like that. So, he can cast Beacon of Hope. Lasts for a minute. Choose any number of creatures within range for the duration. Each target has advantage on Wisdom saving throws and Death saving throws. That is up to you if you would like him to do that. Or run to the bridge and strike the sword off a rock and burn the bridge. You can try to get there. I don't think Walsen has enough movement to get there on this turn, but it might be good to start working that way. So that's up to you. My 3 creatures are my teammates. All right, so we will cast Beacon of Hope as an action. Your 3 teammates and yourself will have advantage on Wisdom saving throws and Death saving throws, and regain maximum hit points from anything healing. And Sacred Flame has a 60-foot range. So, if Walsen does his 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 feet of movement, I will give you a range here. From Walsen. Oh, it is 70 feet to the ogre. But you could... Hold on. I will say that you can just reach the goblin as he's just peering over the edge of the rock. Do we have necromancy? No, we do. Unfortunately, we do not have a necromancy wizard. It's an evocation wizard, so we don't have any kind of necromancy spells. Now, on anybody. Yep. So, Sacred Flame. All right, so go ahead and roll an attack for Sacred Flame against the goblin. I couldn't think of the word goblin. Goodness gracious. Oh yeah, it's a dexterity saving throw. That's right. It's not an attack. You don't need a d20. My fault. My fault. Sorry, Shaw. It was a good roll though. So I need to make a dexterity saving throw with the goblin. So I'll go ahead and do that now. 9, but I think they have a pretty good dex saving throw. Nope. What? Plus 2 is 11, so they're going to fail. So with that, go ahead and roll a d8 for the radiant damage against the goblin. And so Walsen has used a 3rd level spell. Lenka has used a 3rd level spell with Fireball and a... Is that a 2nd level? I can't remember. Sacred Flame. Or Scorching Ray, I mean, is a 2nd level. Okay. So we got a 4 for the damage against the goblin. Okay. So you hit that goblin as this Scorching Ray, just this little firebolt comes through the trees. The goblin goes to get out of the way. Gets struck on the shoulder just as he dodges out of the way. Okay. Now, real quick, what is the range? 8320. All right, so the goblins, having prepped their attacks. Oh, he's not even at disadvantage from there. Look at that. The other one, I'm going to say the other one lost his ability to react. He used his reaction to not get hit by and save himself from the orc. So this one is going to, as he saved his attack, shoot his arrow at Walsen, who just turned the corner. So should be 8 total. Oh, see you later, Isaac. Sorry. I'm sorry, I didn't catch that. Where is this at? I am on the wrong person. That's why. I'm losing my mind. I'm sitting here like the spell was right in front of me. Okay, so Sacred Flame. Spell's damage increases when you reach 5th level. Got it. Got it. All right, so it was 8 damage total, which is just enough to kill the blue goblin. So just when he thought he dodged out of the way, a little tail end of the Scorching Ray strikes the back of him and sends him sailing down the rock. Duplicate. And we need to make this down to 5x5. All right, so he is also dead. All right, whoa. Now, oh yeah, that's right, I was attacking. Okay, so the goblin's doing his short bow attack against Walsen. Looking for a nat 20. Coming in hot. Right about now. Give it a second. Going once, going twice. Nat 20. Ever. A 4. Alright, so it is not going to hit with a flippin' 4. I would have much rather had that number, Shaw. Alright, so he used his action now. Okay. That ends Walsen's turn. Because he has moved. And he sent his Sacred Flame. Oh, he does have a bonus action. Did you guys want to use his bonus action? Realistically, I'm asking, would you like to cast Spiritual Weapon? Or wait till you're closer, because you can only move it 20 feet at a time. No, got it. Oh, no, yes. I see no yes. So... Sacred Flame. All right, I've cast the pole Oh, because Beacon of Hope uses concentration. Yeah, and Spiritual Weapon additionally is not a concentration spell. Is a concentration spell. I didn't think it was. Oh, no. Is that one concentration or is wait, do we not have Spirit Guardians? I don't know. I thought that Spiritual Weapon was not. But I may be wrong. Spiritual Weapon is not. Yeah, I think it's Spirit Guardians is. Yeah. Spiritual Weapon is not. Spirit Guardians is. Which I thought you had Spirit Guardians. Okay. But either way, we'll hold off on Spiritual Weapon because, like I said, it only moves 20 feet at a time anyway. Yeah, I see that too, Shaw. That's why I was confused. I don't know why it has the little star on there. I don't know what the little star means. Because it also has a star on Revivify, and Revivify is not concentration. Revivify happens instantaneously. So I don't actually know what that means. Huh. Okay. Well, that's the end of Walsen's turn. So now we're back at the goblins. Alright. So this goblin is going to try to... Well, I'll just say he climbs up. It's not even a foot. Excuse me, sir. I just need to put him here for a second. Climbs back up and is going to try and outpace his ogre friend here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And hang out on the back. And he's going to hold his attack. Actually, he's going to go this way. Knowing what's going on over here. He's going to hold his attack. This one is going to hold his attack here. And that will be the end of the goblin's turn. That one's dead. And the spell is so good it got a gold star. It is now Captain Ommoll's turn. Sorry, I keep forgetting you guys can't see my DM screen. So, yeah, the goblins, this one got up, climbed himself up from the bridge, sprinted through, and went over here and just kind of held an action, and he's yelling something to the others in Goblin, but can't really understand him. This one kind of ran over to the other side, and they're both kind of doing watch here. Now, it is Captain Ommoll's turn. What would you like Captain Ommoll to do? To the bridge! Alright. So, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Are you going to use your bonus action to dash and chuck the javelin, okay? So, let's see. The javelin distance for this would be, measure from here to here, 50 feet, which would be a disadvantage. Dash would get him to, let's see, he'd have to run towards the bridge. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Dash would get him right at the front of the bridge. As you see this ogre, kind of freaking out a little bit, just running towards the gang. Correct me if I'm wrong. Casting Beacon in a range of 3 people I chose. They get those benefits for 1 minute. Do I have to stay in the 30-foot range of them to keep those perks? I don't believe so. Let me just read on it real quick, but I don't think so. Choose any number of creatures within the range. For the duration, each target has advantage. Choose any number. Choose any number of creatures within range. For the duration, each target has advantage on. I'd say no. They don't have to remain in the circle, in the beacon. But so he has dashed now. And that is the end of Captain Ommoll's turn. It is now Damien's turn. What would you like him to do? As Damien... Oh, let me... Whoop. Damien is in the back. Damien's right here. So Damien does have the ability to sprint to dash as a bonus action. So he could definitely get closer on the bridge. But he also has his bow, so it's up to you how you foresee him attacking. How far to that fallen log by the bridge? How far to that fallen log? I think I'm missing the fallen log. Are you talking about... You might be talking about this. Are you talking about this? I should have taken what's behind Captain Ommoll. Got it. That is, it's a big... Oh, gosh. Oh, it's a big stone archway. Sorry, I never described that. You can kind of see the opening on under the shadow here. So it's a big stone archway. It's about 15 feet tall. And about 10 feet wide. So it's just kind of like a gate to his bridge. But as far as distance to that goes, it is 50 feet. Can we get Damien over to the rock where the dead goblin is? Use that as cover and fire from there. Sure. Yeah, the rock's about 20 feet up, so you would be able to see the targets from the rock. You'd have to climb it, but probably won't be too hard for Damien. With Damien, so he would... He'd probably ascertain that he would have more cover behind the rock. But he has a direct bridge access to him from the enemy via the bridge. Whereas the rock, you have a little less cover, but they would have to find a way to get to you from there if they were to attack. So both have their ups and downs. So, totally up to you. I'll say bridge or... Oops, not a Q&A. Bridge or rock. So, go ahead and cast your vote. Would you rather go to the bridge archway or the rock on the ground? 50-50. I know there's at least 3 of you here, so one of them's gotta win. There it is. The rock wins. Oh, back to 50-50. Oh! 3 out of 4 say rock. Away he goes. Alright, so... And Paul, we will measure out the distance real quick. So it's 75 feet. 60 feet will get him right under the tree. So we'll start there. All right. So he goes, gets just under the tree where he can see the scorch marks from the little spell that he sent over and kind of exploded the goblin up there. And he sees the rock that he's going to have to climb here on the next turn. You can see the ogre if you would like to attack the ogre. Oh, actually, these two readied their attacks for anyone crossing the bridge, so they would have attacked Captain Ommoll. They have to take their shots real quick, because they should have done that. They should have released on the last one. I need to make 2 attacks real quick. Is that a bush or a tree? It's a tree. Yeah, I really wish I had taken a kind of a side view for you guys to see it. Can you see any of the orcs at the door? It's a little high up. You don't really have any good visual of them. I'd say you could maybe see this one. But I'd give him probably at least, I'd give him 3/4 cover. For him being down here, kind of behind the rock under the tree, and him being at the top of the hill. So I'd give him 3/4 cover. And I need to roll 2 attacks real quick against Captain Ommoll as the goblins release their arrows. Since the ogre's running in panic and facing away, would Damien get advantage? I'd say probably not. Because even though he's not necessarily staring and he's kind of running away, he's still hyper aware that somebody's, like, probably coming after them. So I'd say he probably doesn't have the advantage. Holy cow, look at those rolls. Can, with the movement, get up the tree for sniping on top of that hill. So your full 60 movement only gets you to the base of the tree, unfortunately. So with that, the 2 goblins simultaneously, as Captain Ommoll runs through the archway onto the bridge, 2 arrows are going to hit him right in the chest. That's fair. I like that. So I need to roll their damage, which is 1d6 plus 2. So I need I need 2 d6s, a 4, which was the times 2, so that one's 8. And then the second one was a normal hit. So we have 8, plus 2, 9, 10, and then each attack was plus 2, so plus another 4. So 14 points of damage to Captain Ommoll. All right. Okay, at DJ Widget, don't worry, I'm here. I'm talking to Nightbot now. Yeah, Shaw has a way with Nightbot. So do you go? Feel free to go ahead and roll your d20 to attack the ogre that's just getting towards the end of the bridge. Ooh. 18. That will definitely hit. So go ahead and roll your d6. I told you. Go ahead and roll your d6 to see what kind of damage we hit it with. A 1. Plus 4. 5 points of damage to the ogre. Okay. Give and take. Bad Nightbot. All right, it is now Lenka's turn. So Lenka, the last one back behind the hill. What would you like Lenka to do? I mean, I imagine start running. He does have... Oh yeah, what did Walsen just cast? What was that again? Sacred Flame. That was a cantrip. Lenka does have Misty Step as a bonus action, if that is of any interest. It's a 2nd level spell. Can teleport up to 30 feet. The building on top of the hill is the goal, yes? Well, that's where all the baddies are at. Get up to one of the trees for cover. Wizards are a little squishy. Alright, so he's got to run around the tree a little. So, or I'm sorry, the hill a little. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So he'd have to get a little more towards the center of the tree if he was worried about cover specifically. The building, if so, Misty Step, movement, Witch Bolt that hill. Oh yeah, what's the distance on Witch Bolt? And why can't I find Witch Bolt? There it is. Ah, that's the one I gotta search, that's right. My improved initiative website doesn't have Witch Bolt. Range is 30 feet. Okay, so let's try this. So if he was here originally, so he could Misty Step kind of through the mountain here without having to go around, which will save a few feet. So 30 feet would then put him there. It was here. Yep. Then he can move 30 feet. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. He can't land on the same space as Captain Ommoll, so he'd have to stop there. But 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. He's so close. I will say... Oh, man. Which... All right. Okay. I'm going to allow it. It's a little bit bigger of a target. I'm going to allow it. Witch Bolt for this turn specifically is going to go 35 feet because I like the idea as you watch your wizard just kind of teleport into space and show up on top of the hill and just full on sprint. And just as he gets through the archway, just and just sends this Witch Bolt at the ogre. Oh, Witch Bolt is a concentration spell. It will screw up Beacon of Hope. So, just for anyone that doesn't know what Witch Bolt does, a beam of cackling blue energy lances out towards a creature within range, forming a sustained arc of lightning between you and the target. Make a ranged spell attack against that creature. On a hit, the target takes 1d12 lightning damage, and on each of your turns for the duration, you can use your action to deal a d12 damage to the target automatically. The spell ends if you use your action to do anything else. The spell also ends if the target is ever outside the spell's range, or if it has total cover from you. Oh yeah, well, Beacon is wild. You're right. You're right. You tricked me into agreeing with you, Linz. Okay, so he is going to cast Witch Bolt. Go ahead and make a d20, a ranged spell attack, and we'll see what happens here. As he pulls out, it says the material components. As he pulls out this twig that's clearly already burnt and just kind of flexes it towards the ogre and just flicks it. And all of a sudden, this lightning beam comes flying out. 12 plus 7, 19 is definitely going to hit. So go ahead and deal 1d12 lightning damage. I'm gonna get over. That's pretty spot on, actually. He's not even in 4 squares like he should be. There you go. Yeah, just need a d12 for the lightning damage. There it is. Coming in hot. Sorry, I was up till like 2 in the morning last night working on that kids D&D thing. 4 4 points of lightning damage as this thread of lightning remains between Lenka and the ogre, and he's just sitting there holding it. All right. And with that, it is the orc's turn. So, the red orc is going to go first. He is going to continue to attack this door, trying to get it open. 4. He's not going to be able to do it. The green orc right behind him, kind of attacking that same hole that they put in before. And 8, what's the modifier? Plus 5, 13 is just enough. So, as he hits the door, let me do the damage here, and I believe it's 1d12. D12. Trying to see if he can pass that damage threshold. Shah, I explained in the beginning here because I was not prepped for this session at all. So none of you guys were on your way back from the last thing, so you haven't even gotten back to Heroes Haven. So no, he doesn't have anything new yet. 4 plus, what's there? 3. Not enough. He does not pass the damage threshold to do more damage to the door. So these two, as they're swinging away, oh, I can't go through it. They're going to move out of the way for the other ones to take a swing. 5, 10, 15. Oops, don't delete, don't delete, don't delete. This one's going to run up. They're both going to hit. So the orange one. But we still have the items. Yes, you will be getting the items. They're currently getting worked on at the Hardened Hammer once you guys get back. A 2! As this one comes up, he kind of stumbles around the corner trying to hit the door. And finally, the last one. 8 plus 5 is just enough. And with that, the damage threshold going down. Hypnotic Chris, what's going on? How you doing? We are going to deal the damage here. Bane of Adventures, 12! That will do it. As the green one isn't able to finish off the door, the blue one comes in and slams his war axe, battle axe through the door, splitting it open and slamming it inside. And from it, as soon as that happens, you hear the shopkeeper from inside, "Oh no!" as he's goes running in. So at that point, he's gonna pile in too. These two are gonna file in as well. All right. You start to hear crashing and slamming and smashing of things inside. All right, it is now. Use your merchandise. The ogre's turn. The ogre still running in fear. 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40 bursts in here, and you just hear a splattering of items everywhere, and you hear just wooden planks flying all over the place. You start to see a burst of magical energy here. You see a flashing light through one of the windows. You're not sure what's happening, but something's happening. It is now Walsen's turn. What would you like Walsen to do? Walsen is back here. Hypnotic Chris, feel free to chime in, by the way, if you'd like, and just say what you would like the characters to do. I'll try to remember to say what each of the characters is as they're going. Tortle, what's going on? Howdy, howdy. Dash it is. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. As Walsen heard the scream of the shopkeep inside and is seeing flares of magical energy kind of burst out of windows and doors. He knows he needs to get in there to help. Walsen, after dash, casts Spiritual Weapon. All right. Spiritual Weapon. I've got that image queued up. 5, 10, 15, 20. As he casts Spiritual Weapon 20 feet away from himself, ready to bring it into the action. And that will be everything on his turn. Now we are back at the top. It is the Goblin's turn. So, seeing the three of you, seeing what happened in the back. Oh, can he cast at 60 feet? I'll take your word for it. So, would you like to go towards the goblins or the door? My excuse is I'm tired. I apologize. I normally know these spells a little better. Alright. We'll send him over to green. Or, I'm guessing red. We'll go red, since you're obviously probably going to be going towards the door and he's in the way. Spin like a Beyblade in the entrance of the door. I got a couple goblin votes, so... Oh, I'm sorry. Shaw, good call. I appreciate you. Good call. All right, so yeah, I assume that you'll probably go towards the red goblin, just because he's kind of on the... Oh, you're not Shaw. Nightshade, what's going on? Howdy. I just saw Shade and assumed. So, go ahead and make a spell attack against the goblin with your spiritual weapon. Just need a d20. That's funny. All right, I need one of you to remove Shade from your name because I get them confused. No. Nice. That was an immediate no. Just need a d20 for the attack against the goblin. Did you guys see me pull that god, by the way, over in Satchamon? No big deal. Pretty hype about it. Lavender. I would really like to go for collecting the gods, but that is going to be one hard set to complete. $16. So that will definitely hit. Go ahead and roll. Is it 2d8 at level 5? Or no, you have to cast it at a higher level to make it deal more damage. So go ahead and roll 1d8 plus your spell attack bonus. I think that's what that is. Let me see. Spiritual weapon. 1d8 plus your spellcasting ability modifier. Let's go. The first one was a 1. And the modifier is 4, so 5 damage to red. Which is not going to be enough. What's Satchamon? Oh, Shaw, I see you getting massive cards over there. I'm just trying to get that dang icon of Ravenloft. I'll tell you what, Widget. You and I both only need that card now. Just saying. I have shot up in the collection of Curse of Strahd. Okay, so the goblin is still standing. That is the end of Walsen's turn. So now it's the goblin's turns. And I did not attack with them or anything, right? No. Yeah, because you stopped me for the 6 feet. So, the goblins are going to attack... let's see. They saw Captain Ommoll come charging up. They saw the wizard come up behind and cast the lightning, which is now gone, by the way. Concentration's been broken because he went out of range. and Walsen came close and did spiritual weapon, I guess they're going to attack the closest target. So they're both going to go for Walsen. So I'm going to roll 2 d20s. Tortle, she was saying sorry, I think because she rolled the 1 and yours was the 8 right after. So she just happened to roll before you did. So I need 2 d20s. Here comes another nat 20. You heard it here first. Oh, 2 and an 8. Neither is going to hit. So, as these kind of loud noises and such are happening behind in the store, and they see these 3 characters charging across the bridge, they're both nervous and just let these arrows fly into the ether behind them up over the hilltop. And then the goblins are going to, let's see, not wanting to be a part of what's going on in there. 5, 10, 15, 20. He's not going to be able to make it around that corner. Well, he could, because just on the edge, but all right, he's making a dex saving throw. If he fails, he's falling off. Let's see, I'm going to put it as not that hard. I'm going to put it as a 12 difficulty for dexterity saving throws. He tries to run around the corner of the building at the hilltop. +2. Wow! So he like starts to fall down the hill and grabs just a corner of the piece of wood on the corner and finishes swinging himself around the corner without falling off. So he'll be just behind the wall over here. This one, seeing everything that's going on, is going to do the opposite. 5, 10, 15, 20. He doesn't have to do his dexterity saving throw going around here and kind of hide from what's happening that way. That is the end of the goblin's turn. It is Captain Ommoll's turn. What would you like Captain Ommoll to do? Get him up that bridge. All right. So, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So to get him to about here. Run in the building or as much as you can. Would you like to use dash as your action? Because if you use dash as your action, you won't be able to do the javelin or attack or anything, but you'll get up to the door to see what's going on. He's going to get pummeled if he's in there alone. Can he see anyone? I'd say no, because these windows were shut to kind of keep the intruders out and the doors open. You can see the one orc is just inside. I missed the grommet guy, Caleb, I think his name was. Yeah, that's Freeman. Pick up the can Freeman over in Sachamon. But yeah, that's Caleb. My suggestion, use dash to get as close to an enemy if you can, next to someone, action, surge, or attack. Thoughts? I like it. Javelin that. All right, let me see. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I mean, I'd give him half cover being just inside the door, but, I mean, you can reach him. So, yeah, that's the two options. Agree with DJ. I'm down with action surge. All right. So, he's going to use dash as his action. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Running towards the orc that he can see. And with that... Oops. Sorry, 1 second. I hit the wrong thing. I need to click that. There you go. As Captain Ommoll runs up, it is mayhem inside of this magic shop. As the guys behind the counter are screaming, "No! Help! And there is just vials bursting everywhere. There is just like this, it looks like every potion bottle in here has just been exploded and shattered everywhere. Books have been knocked over. You see just like torn up scrolls, everything, and there's just an essence of arcane magic just all over, filling the room as these things are kind of flailing about inside, tearing up the magic shop. Cap can take the damage if he's in there. Beacon's still up. Yes, sir, has 1 minute. Although it's still ended with their alone. Beacon should still be up. Where's Fireball when you need it? Captain Ommoll can see the orc right next to him, if you would like to attack him. Stab and leave. Sure. He won't be able to run because he's used all his movement. But he can use action surge and attack twice. So feel free, go ahead and roll your 2d20s for the action surge. And ja-ja! I need like a... Oh, here we go. There's like a magic aura in here. All right, I see a 5 and then a 15. That was the first 2 d20s that popped up. So the +7 is 12. I believe that misses. It does. It just misses. But the 15 +7, the 22, does hit. So go ahead and roll your... I think it's a d8. Where's the d8? Or where's Captain Ommoll? There he is. Yeah, 1d8 +4 slashing damage. Seven +4, right? 7, is that what I said? Yep. 11 points of damage to the green orc, which is enough to kill it. That's a weak orc. That's a real weak orc. So as you run up, the orc turning to like smash one more thing, and as he goes to do it, the others see this sword come out of his neck through one side and then come back, and it just crumples down to the ground and thuds. I'm about to Mrs. Moore. All right. That is the end of Captain Ommoll's turn. This one is dead. So let me back up for you to be able to see Damien. And I'm going to go grab one of these X's. Duplicate. He's dead. All right. Bonus action, second win with Beacon of Hope. Any healing is maximized, so Cap gets 15 HP back. I like it. I like it. All right. Oh, gosh, I went the wrong way. He is back to full HP. So now Damien is down here by this tree. At the moment, he can't really see much going on now that everybody broke inside. But he can, I'll say from his angle, he can see the goblin with only half cover if he gets up high on either the rock or the tree. Some Spy TF2 gameplay right here. TF2. What is TF2? I'm trying to put it together. Take the shot. All right. I'm going to have him climb up the rock. So go ahead and roll a D20. Team Fortress 2. Got it. Roll a D20 to see how he scales this giant, massive boulder, this 24 or 20-foot set of boulders. Oldest game that is still alive somehow after 8 years of neglect. 12. All right. Not too bad, because with his dexterity, which I believe is a +4. Oh, yeah. And, I mean, dexterity saves are +7. Yeah, he's scaling this rock. So he climbs up to the rock, stands just near the goblin body. We'll put him here, just to say that he's not dead. All right. And he's firing away. So the goblin does have half cover, so it gets 2 added to its AC at this angle. But fire away. I won't count the nat 1 as the D20 because I know you were counting that as the climbing, and so you didn't mentally prepare Nightbot for it to do it for an attack. So we won't count that. Turtle coming in with the D20. Rolls an 8. +7 is 15, which would just barely hit without the half cover that it has. So he fires the shot, and the goblin, just peering around the corner, watches as an arrow sticks in the wood right where his right eye would be. And he's just like, ah! So close. All right. That is his shot. That's about 25 feet of his movement. And bonus action, you could dash if you wanted to move, or do you want to stay there? Totally up to you. Go up. All right. So he'll have to... feel like he might need to get over the hill. All right. So let's do this. So he's used 25 feet. If he dashes, he's got 35 feet. So it's about 20 feet down. He's got 15 more, 5, 10. And I'll just say that he's going to start trying to climb this hill. So next turn, we'll see if he can make it up to the top of the hill. We're going to roll some athletics checks to get up there. Or even acrobatics. We'll see. Probably acrobatics as he's trying to like rock climb and swing his way up. So that is going to be the end of Damien's turn. It is now Lenka's turn. So Lenka is at the back of the bridge. What would you like him to do? Run up. All right, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 feet. The most unwizardly thing possible. Can't do a fireball without people to hurt. True. And... Witch bolt inside the building. All right. You'd have to be able to see a target. Right now, there's not really any targets that he can see. Plenty of room for Scorching Rays, Magic Missile, and Witch Bolts when we can get there. Can he bonus action move up to see enemies? So he cannot move with his bonus action unless he uses Misty Step. Can he ready the Acid Arrow for if someone walks into sight? You could definitely do that. What would you like to do? Scorching Ray from here. You would need to be able to target somebody, and at the moment, there's not really anyone he could see. Well, he could maybe see the ogre. I don't know, because he's kind of got the door in the way. I'll say that the ogre, you could... I don't know, with the angle... No, I'd say that there's really no one to target at the moment. Yeah, Magic Missile needs a target. Most, if not all of your attacks need a target. I'm going to say ready Magic Missile for if someone walks into sight, okay? Green dot target. Target your target your spiritual weapon. I don't think you can actually target that. Like even monsters and enemies can't, if I remember correctly. Okay, so it is all right. So I'll say either dash or hold Magic Missile. Where is that? Start a poll. Dash or hold Magic Missile, because they'll both take an action. Alright, so started the poll. Go ahead and vote. Do we want to dash up there to be able to get some sight, or do we want to cast or hold Magic Missile to cast at the first sight of somebody? Holding Magic Missile allows you to release it the second the trigger happens. So if you say I'm going to hold it until we see somebody, then the second that happens, everything pauses while you do that attack. Problem is, if you don't use the spell, you lose it, even if you never fired it off. DJ Widget, yep, it's funny. I happened to just clarify that the second you put that in there. Yeah, so if you hold it, no one ever triggers the effect. You still consume the spell's energy. Oh, I see 50-50. Oh. 50-50, 60-40, 50-50, 60-40. It's going back and forth. Going once. Going twice. I see hold Magic Missile. Got 3 out of 5. So we are going to hold Magic Missile. Okay. And that is the end of Lenka's turn. Now, what Captain Ommoll sees inside as all of these arcane energies and bottles are breaking and potions going everywhere, you see it splashing kind of on everything and everyone inside, and the aura's kind of taking over everyone. And you see all of a sudden the orcs start to slow down, and the ogre slows down a little bit, and all of a sudden you hear one of them, "Oh, I don't feel very good." So I'm going to need a couple D100 rolls and a couple D20 rolls as we pull out this wild magic table that I've got here, as things start to go haywire from the magic inside of this building. So we'll start off, because we have 4 orcs at the top of their turn. We'll start with red. Can I get a D100? I have no idea what's going to happen here, by the way. I have... Oh, while I get the first D100, I have a pretty sweet wild magic table here. I don't remember where I got it, but it's really cool because it's actually 3 wild magic tables. So it's 3 sets of 100, and I know that this is going to give me a hard time. So if you can see, there's red, yellow, and green here. So you roll a D100, and then you go to that line, and then you roll a D20. And depending on the D20, either severe things can happen, kind of in the middle things can happen, or kind of okay things happen. So I use this one. I don't know where I got it, but if I can try and find it, I'll let you know. Is that Vale's Wild Magic Table? It sure is. So just go ahead. Oh, here comes the D100, and then I need a D20 right afterwards. We're about to have 5 wild magic things happen immediately. All right, 80. Now I need a D20. 9. With a 9, you are protected from Fae for 1 hour. Such creatures cannot attack you or harm you. So, you guys don't really know what's happening to Red, but he's not feeling too well. Something's odd with him. But then he starts to kind of feel it a little bit. Keep going. We need more D100s. I'm going to need 4 more D100. Well, we'll start with 3. I need 3 more D100s and 3 more D20s. I'm kind of hoping we blow this place up. All right, I see another one coming in. 15. All right, now we need a D20. A 2. Nice. Okay. So who is that? That is orange. I'll use this white one. It's not actually frost. What is the silence spell? Is that 20 feet? Silence. 5e. 20-foot radius. Yeah. Oh, no, it's 20-foot radius. Yeah. So, all of a sudden, people outside of the building hear nothing. Everything goes quiet. Even the people in the orcs and everyone inside, they start to hear absolutely nothing. Okay, we got a 21 D100. Now I need a D20. Yeah, boom, bam. Silence. D20 with a 5. So, the blue one turns to the door, sees Captain Ommoll as he's not feeling so well. He can't hear what he's saying, but he can kind of read lips, blaming him, essentially like, did you do this? But as he does so, Captain Ommoll starts to feel a little weak. He has -2 to his AC, attack rolls, and damage rolls for the next minute. And then I see a 28 and an 18. And so the green one... Oh, that's right. You killed the green one. That would have been cool, though. So that'll just be the red one. As the red one, as the ogre turns, his eyes start to... Where was that just at? Glow red. You see just demonic eyes inside of this ogre who's not feeling well and not sure what to do. All right. So that's that. So we didn't have to do the ogre yet because it happens at the start of their turn. But the other 3, it is now their turn. So, Blue, in seeing Captain Ommoll and kind of blaming him, is going to run out to here and attack. It's Silence but Weirdly Sweet Dreams by Eurythmics is playing. I actually... Do I know that? I don't know if I know that song. Oh, Magic Missile. I'll allow it. I will allow it. Hit me with that Magic Missile spell. One, 3, 4 plus 3 is going to be 4, 8, 9, 10, 11 to Blue, which was the other weak one. So he is now dead. So let me duplicate that. Blue is dead. Sorry, let me zoom in for you here. Okay, so that takes care of Blue's turn. So now this one, I'm actually just going to delete these 2 because I think they're going to be in the way. Orange is going to run over as that one gets blasted, trying to find his way out of this mayhem. We burst into the shop, drop the magic-y stuff, and we feel bad. Must be Pinky's fault. Oh, I need to add a commoner. I wonder if they have a commoner in here. Oops. They do. Okay. So the commoner actually goes after the orcs. Okay. Nice. Look at that. That was lucky. All right. So the ogre, or no, this guy, the orc, he's attacking. Lenka turns and sees a fly, but it's slow. He can see the beating of the wings on the fly. Sounds like very convincing orc logic. A 7. Ah! My rolls are horrid right now. What's Captain Ommoll's AC now, though? -2. Is still 17. So, no, the orc does not hit him. And then the other one, additionally, also trying to get out. Oh, but that's right, the silence follows him. 1 second. All right. Now the orc here, also trying to get out, is going to try breaking through this window to get out. Maybe because the orcs have every debuff status in history right now. 18 will hit it. Let's see what this damage is. Damage threshold of 8. 7 plus 3 will do it. So he finally blasts open this window. He moved 5. He's going to leap out, look around, see what's going on. And he's going to... Let's see, what would an orc do? Would he charge across the bridge towards 2 people? I don't think so. I think that he would try to get down the mountain by other means. Which way would he go? Probably this way, because the angle... Oh, he would go this way. So what? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And he's going to try to slide down the mountain here without getting hurt. We'll see what happens on his next turn when he does some sliding. So he's just at the top, running away. Okay, now, the man behind the thing, that's freaking out about all his magic stuff that's exploding. He's inhaling this arcane energy. He, too, is going to have the effects. So we have a D100 and then a D20. Let's see what we get. LOL, I love this fight. A 79 and a 7. Alright, the 7's right up the middle. You lose proficiency in all skill rolls for 1d4 hours. Alright, so that doesn't affect him too much. He's alright. Man, you guys aren't rolling any of the crazy ones, or me. Alright. Sounding like Mrs. Peacock from Clue. He doesn't know what to do, so he's just going to duck behind the counter. And he's going to hide. I'll do a quick... Well, I mean, he's not even going to be able to hide. They're going to know that. Alright. That is the commoner's turn. It is now the ogre's turn. We've already done his, so as he turns, his eyes start glowing yellow. He's going to... Already freaking out from the bridge. Already freaking out from being shot at with the fireballs. Runs in here. Everything's exploding. He is bull in a china shop. He's going to try to jump out the same window that orc just went through. This is going to be tough. I'm going to just do a straight up strength check as he tries to push himself through this window. I'm going to say it's a 16 difficulty to try and... 9. What's a strength check for an ogre? +4. 13. He is now stuck. So now he'll have to use his action to push himself through. And I'll say it's the same kind of check. So, strength check to try and get through this. Please trip. 14 plus 4. He is going to manage to, as he's got his claws, or his big, massive hands, and he's trying to squeeze through, he's going to kind of break the window open a little more to fit his body through. So that's going to use his action to get through. And that uses 10 of his feet. And he's going to follow his friend here. And he's going to leap. He's going to leap. So let's see what kind of dexterity saving throw he's got as he kind of leaps and slides down the last bit of the mountain here. Or goes a-tumbling. Look like a St. Bernard trying to come through the cat door. An 8. And I believe it's minus. Yes, it is minus. He just leaps off of this thing with like falling down to the ground. He's going to land flat on his stomach. He's going to take 3d6 damage. So I'll do fire. I'll do Scorching Ray and take the first 3. They're running from the magic. Save the shop. 1, 5, 5, 4. So the 1, 5, 5. So he takes 11 points of bludgeoning damage as he hits the ground. Ooh, and he's now prone. I'll put him on the flat ground there. Okay. That is the ogre's turn as he's trying to get away. It is Walsen's turn. What would you like Walsen to do? Oh, can you see Walsen? You cannot. Poor ogre, I feel like he didn't want anything to do with this with the get-go. Up the bridge. So Walsen. Well, I'm coming. 3, 4, 5, 6. As he's can't hear anything that's happening inside the front of the shop anymore. You can only kind of hear sounds from around back. But he's like talking to Captain Ommoll as he's running up. I'm coming, Captain! Hey, okay, here! Spiritual weapon, the orc. 5. All right, go ahead and roll an attack to use your bonus action to attack the orc with your spiritual weapon. Is there anyone still behind the shop? Yeah, they have not gone yet. So you would assume the goblin's there, but you're not sure. From where you guys are, you can't see him. See if we can hit him and make him fall down the hill for more damage. Ooh, I like that. We'll see. See how hard you hit him. That's not going to do it. So Walsen sends the spiritual weapon over to hit the orc who just started to slide down the hill, and you watch as the spiritual orb just flies over top of it and misses him. Can Walsen do anything to save the magic? He does not have Dispel Magic. Drop kick. He has used his 30 feet. He's used his bonus action. Walsen does still have his action. And I can signify that on here. So he has used his bonus action. He has used his movement. He still has his action to use. Inflict wounds. Sure. Sure. Lenka used a level 1 spell, right? Yeah. Walsen used... he cast the level 3 spell, and then he cast Spiritual Weapon, which was a level 2 as well. And then Inflict Wounds, I believe, is a 1. Right? Inflict Wounds is a first level spell. 1. Okay. Gotta go. See you guys later. See you later, Turtle. Walsen detect magic by sword inhaling everything. That's just detect magic. Is just smelling it all. Can he see the orc by Ommoll? I'd say he can. Yeah. So he's going to attack that orc? Is that my understanding? You'll have to... I don't think that you can type the D20 command with other things, Linz, but... So you might have to retype that. Let him detect by getting high off the magic. I don't think you'd even have to detect, to be honest with you. At this point, they all know that there's some crazy magic going on here. Then we can roll for everything. An 8 plus... They don't have to make a saving throw, right? It's an attack. Oh, I clicked detect magic. Idiot. Idiot. Yeah, make a melee spell attack. So plus 7 is 15. And that will hit. So go ahead and roll your, I think it's a D8, right? Oh, no, 3D10. I forgot how overpowered Inflict Wounds is. Oh, that's a 1. You might have to type it a little, with a little more time in between, Linz. Oh, that's a good one, 9. And we need one more D10. You see how low I've gotten? I keep bringing this chair back that sinks over time. Ugh. And I don't even realize it's happening. 15 points of necrotic damage to the... is that orange? Orange orc. Alright. Who is still standing, but he's hurt. And that is the end of Walsen's turn. Now, at the end of initiative order... The bubble grows 10 feet in radius as the magic starts to emanate outside of the building. We are now at the top of the initiative order. Now, creatures beginning their turns inside of the bubble of magic begin to absorb the magic and start to just explode in arcane energy. So, for the 2 goblins, can I please get 2 D100s and 2 D20s? Who knows what's going to happen? A 72 and a 2. All right, now we just need 2 D20s. All right. We need one more D20, but for the 72 and the 10, the red goblin has gained the ability to walk on water, which doesn't do much here. And the second one is a 12, so 2 and 12. So you watch as the red goblin begins to slowly hover up off the ground, and it's kind of like trying to figure out its balance. He's kind of able to control it, but he's freaking out because he's in the air right now. So one of them can can walk on water. The other one can walk on air right now. But it is now their turn. So this one is going to try to get away from this magic bubble here. So he's going to need to make another dexterity saving throw to get back around this corner as he sees some free space over here. 12. Oh, gosh. Which was enough. So he flies back around the corner. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. He's going to go sliding down, but immediately looks down and sees Damien looking up at him from underneath. And he's going to fire an arrow down at Damien. 16 will hit Damien, and their damage is 1d6 plus 2. Uncanny dodge, half damage. Good call. Good call. 3 plus 2 is 5. He takes half, so he takes 3 points of damage. And isn't he hidden? Kind of. He was hidden because the mountain was there, but at this point, there's literally nothing for him to hide from. And the goblin wasn't necessarily going to attack him. He was running away from the magic aura and ended up right above him. The soundtrack changes from Sweet Dream to I'm Walking on Sunshine. And so, yeah, Damien sees this goblin that's just kind of hovering over top of the ground a little bit, right on the edge, that just looked down and fired. The other one is going to also try to get away from being in the silence and being in this, so he's going to run over to the edge towards the orc he saw, 15, and he's going to try and slide down to the bottom, which will be all of his movement, but we're going to make a dexterity saving throw to get down the hill. That is a 3. That is a fail. So the red goblin, in his haste to get away from this, he kind of freaked out at the top and like almost basically followed the orc a little bit and leaped off. He probably would have hit the mountain a little bit down, so he's not going to take the full brunt of it. He's going to take 2d6s of damage. So I'll do Scorching Ray again, and we'll see what kind of damage he takes as he flies a little bit and then hits about halfway down the mountain and tumbles the rest of the way. So he takes 6 points of bludgeoning damage, which is enough as he flies down the mountain. He's going to hit his head, break his neck on the way down, and you watch this lifeless body tumble the rest of the way. And that will be their turn. It is now Captain Ommoll's turn. Captain Ommoll begins his turn inside of the crackling blue arcane energy that's growing in size around this building. If I could get a goblemming. I've never heard that before, but I'm in. I love that. I'm going to need a D100 and a D20, please. $52. All right. And then I need a D20. A 15. You can smell exceptionally well for 1 minute, gaining blind sight with a radius of 10 feet and advantage on all perception checks related to odor. So Captain Ommoll immediately begins to smell everything around him, and he starts to just smell the absolute stench of these orcs and this ogre that just ran by through the window. And it's gross. Everything's nasty. And nothing smells good at the moment. You can smell exceptionally well. So I'm assuming you're attacking twice. So Cap is absolutely snorting all the magic. He smells everything. Smells all of it. Are you attacking that orc, I imagine? All right, I need 2 attacks, please. 2d20s. Cap moves to the shop owner and takes his stance. He could go around him. I like that. So Cap, in an effort to try and help the shop owner, is going to swing around the orc to put himself in between them. And he's going to swing twice. A nat 20 and a 3. There you go. The 3 will miss. And now your stream is going to get copyright. If I got a copyright from Old Spice, I would be so angry for that. I would fight that. So I need a D8, please, with that attack. We'll just need a D8, bruv. 4 points of damage plus 4 is 8 to the orange orc, which will be enough to send it back where it came from. Dead. Dead, I tell you. Alright. So that one's dead. Okay. And Captain Ommoll used his attacks. Is he just going to stay there? He's got 20 more movement. Should we grab the shopkeep or chase the other orc? Does it seem like they took anything? Roll a perception check for me. I'll say from Captain Ommoll, it's fine. We'll do a perception check from Captain Ommoll to see if there's anything that they might have taken. Lore has it, in one of the chests in this magic shop is a bar. Its smell is a pine, and if you listen close, a tune, a whistle if you will, almost like a jingle. Grab the shopkeep. Can I roll perception? Yeah. Perception check from Captain Ommoll to see if he could ascertain whether or not they took something on the way out. And a man on a horse. 18. And I think he has +2, so 20. As he's been kind of paying attention to all enemies running out, it seems that in their fear of whatever it is that's going on here, whatever their plan was has been absolutely forgotten, and they are just booking it out of whatever's happening as they feel their bodies starting to just feel odd and things are changing, and so they just ran out. Grab the shopkeep. All right, I'm seeing grab the shopkeep. So he's going to leap up on the counter, reach down, grab the shopkeep, and drag him. And so with that, he's going to have half movement, so he'll only get like another 10 feet. But he's dragging the shopkeep with him. All right, that is Captain Ommoll's turn. It is Damien's turn. As Damien sits at the bottom of this hill, shot at by this goblin that seems to be floating or something of some sorts. What would you like Damien to do? Shoot Goblin Poppins. Goblin Poppins. Goblin just has like a little umbrella above him. Go ahead and roll your d20. Oh my goodness. I can't wait to make my first video with this camera. Can't freaking wait. Does it feel like I'm taking a picture of you? That is a 6 plus 7 is 13, which does in fact miss. So he shoots it just through the little gap between the goblin's foot and the hill as it goes right underneath of him. And he's like, normally that would have hit. So now that he's missed, what would you like Damien to do? I'm going to stop. Sorry, I meant to charge this up. Keep climbing. All right, he's coming up. So go ahead and roll me a... We're going to do an acrobatics check for the first half and then an acrobatics check in the second half to see if we can get up them. He can, but it's a 30-foot climb. So he's going to use at least all of his movement, his regular movement, to get up the hill. So I need 2 d20s to see if he can get up the hill. It's a pretty steep incline straight down, 30 feet. I mean, he's got solid acrobatics, though, so. He's got a plus 7. 10, 17, that'll do it. I'm looking for 15 on the way up. And you might have to type it one more time, just because it came in so close together. Nightbot's being a little finicky. I do wish I could get rid of that that timeout, that command timeout. So I'll just need one more d20. There we go. Coming in hot, Nightshade with a big roll. 12, that'll do it. So, as he's grabbing these rocks that are sticking out, he's kind of swinging his legs around, stepping on the rocks as he's going, grabbing a new one and just pulling himself up. And he leaps up next to the goblin. Now, actually, because if you bonus action disengage, you can't run any further. So, would you like to A, stay there, or B, use your bonus action to dash, giving them an opportunity attack? So I'll put a poll up. So we've got the poll up. Would you like him to use his bonus action dash to run towards the shop? Or would you like him to stay where he is and not get that opportunity attack from the goblin? Short bow, blank range. He already attacked, so he can't attack anymore. He only gets one. Normally you could, though. You would just be at disadvantage. 50-50 for dash and staying. That's with 2 votes. 2 votes. 1 to dash, 1 to stay. 1 more vote will determine what happens. Whoever wants to have that power. There it is. He's dashing. All right. So the goblin will get an opportunity attack here. I will roll a d20. $18. That will hit. 1d6 plus, oops, d6, and I think it's plus 4. I don't know why I can't remember. It's plus 2. 5. 5 points of damage to Damien, who has a new reaction if you would like him to use his uncanny dodge. Oh, that's a good point. That's funny because I literally just said it and then didn't even think about it. That is a valid point, Widget. Stay on me. 19. Wow, 18 and then a 19. He do still be hitting. So did I just put Damien as taking that damage? I don't remember. I can see here. I did not. So Damien takes... Oh, that's right, because I was asking if you want to use your reaction for the uncanny dodge. This flipping chair, man. Linz, we got to get a new piston for this chair. I'll just have to find a broken chair somewhere and take the piston out of it. Go once, go twice. All right. So 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Going around to see what's happening. And trying to see if he can grab anything from inside the shop, it sounds like. All right. Lenka's turn. Lenka is in the back. What would you like Lenka to do? Oh, the ogre's dead. And so is that little gobby. Damien can dash as a bonus action, but pulling the trigger on a crossbow. Hey, I don't make the rules. I just follow them. It's because he has... what is it? What's it called? I don't remember what it's called. But it's one of his traits. Scorching Ray on the orc running away. Alright. Scorching Ray! Go ahead and roll a Scorching Ray attack for me. As we pew 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 try and strike this orc. Can use the Scorching Ray command. Let me minimize that and minimize that. Oh wait, is he not dead? Oh, he's not dead. You're right. It was just the goblin that was dead. This one's just prone. I forgot. He's just prone. But I do need the Scorching Ray command. Or actually, I need 3d20s first, right? Or do they have to make saving throws? I can never remember right now. Make a ranged spell attack. Yeah. So you got to make 3 attacks. I will do the first one for you. Oh, there's another one coming from Shah. Wow, I gave you a nat 20. You're welcome. The 7 plus 7 will also hit. I'm going to need you to roll like a 2 or a 3, Linz. You might have to type it again. Yeah. 11. All 3 are going to hit, one of them being critical, the first one. So now go ahead and type in your Scorching Ray command. We'll get all 6 D6s. And this orc is in trouble. Maybe. I forgot he hasn't been hit yet. Oh, close, Shah. Scoring Ray. It just like, it just holds up a billboard with a score on it. All right, oh my goodness. The 6 and a 5 is an 11. Times 2 is 22. Plus 8 is 30. Plus another 10. 40 points of damage from this Scorching Ray. As this orc that's just getting ready to bear down the hill. An orb had flew over its head, and it felt like it was in the clear. And all of a sudden, 3 flamethrowers just grill this thing in the air, making a nice, seared, medium rare orc meat go tumbling down the hill. He is dead. Goodness gracious. And he had the most HP. He had 20. All right. All right. It is now the commoner's turn. And I'm going to need a D100 and a D20, please. Again, oh geez. I'm rooting for something good this time. I like the levitation one. That was kind of cool. Just need a D100 and a D20. I see the 100 coming in. All right, I got a 6. So we'll go with the 6 and a 1. So, Captain Ommoll, as he's pulling this commoner, who's still screaming, "Oh, my stuff!" He goes, "Ah!" Oh, but he can't hear anything. He's in the silence anyway, but he can feel the vibrations of this guy yelling. And as he's holding kind of like the back of his shirt, all of a sudden, the shirt is no longer in his hands, and Captain Ommoll turns around, and he is transformed into a barrel. Hold on. Do I still have this, yeah. That's a fun one. Hold on, I can get... Let's see, barrel. There's got to be a top-down token for this. Yeah! Sick! Let's go with this one. Save image as, downloads, barrel. Alright, back over here. Alright, let me add this in. Add the barrel. Add the barrel. Set columns, 1, import. Okay, so he is now a barrel. I'll just put him over here for a second. All right, that's him. So Captain Ommoll turns and has no idea what to do as this barrel with this cloak wrapped around it is just sitting behind him and kind of wiggles itself straight. And he still has no idea what's going on because he can't hear anything. All right. The commoner is petrified at the moment. He can't do anything. So that is his turn. The ogre's turn. Can I get a D100 and a D20, please? All right, Nightshade coming in with the D100. He is not currently within the magic. 72? Oh, I think we had a 72 already. What are the odds of that? Didn't we? Oh, no, we didn't. Oh, yeah, you walk on water. Yeah. 8. All right. So that's the same one, which is lame. So we'll go to the more extreme one for fun. Hold on. Because who would want a second walk on water? Okay, so the ogre. Do I have one here? Hold on, let me see if I have one. I'm just gonna use the owlbear because it's funny. You gain the service of a phantom steed for 1 week. So all of a sudden, the ogre, freaking out as he's on the ground, goes to get up, and this phantom steed appears right next to him. So Phantom Steed says, a large quasi-real horse-like creature appears on the ground in an unoccupied space of your choice within range. You know what? It says horse-like. It's an owlbear. It's a phantom owlbear. You decide the creature's appearance, but it is equipped with a saddle, bit, and bridle. Any of the equipment created by the spell vanishes in a puff of smoke if it is carried more than 10 feet away from the steed. For the duration, you or a creature you choose can ride the steed. The creature uses the statistics for a riding horse, except it has a speed of 100 feet and can travel 10 miles an hour. When the spell ends, the steed gradually fades, giving the rider 1 minute to dismount. The spell ends if you use an action to dismiss it. So this phantom owlbear appears right next to the ogre. Hold on. And the ogre gets up, sees the bridle, sees the thing, looks around, looks at the magic up top, sees everyone firing off magic, and decides that the least scary thing right now is this phantom owlbear with a saddle on it that's large enough to carry him. So he hops on. And goes, Hurrah! And the owlbear and the steed. Actually, can I connect these? I wonder. Layer. What if I lock them? Oh, that wasn't it. Unlock. Unlock. Alright, but it's fine. I can shift. Okay. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 40. Yeah, he's gone. He's off the map. He is off the map. You leave that ogre alone. Screw it. Let the ogre and the owlbear ride into the sunset. Yeah. Oh, they're totally riding off. I love this for him, and he lived happily ever after. So now there are 2 evil doppelgangers and an owlbear riding ogre wandering around Bayron. Yeah. So I will remove the ogre from this. It is now Walsen's turn. Walsen has not touched the magic. What would you like him to do? Run back across the bridge and don't let the magic radiation touch him. And so, seeing all the mayhem and all the wild magic-y things going on, he is going to turn and say, oh, I'm out of here. And 15, 20, 25, 30. I need this to be canon. We must encounter an ogre with an owlbear steed sometime in the future, but he's totally turned his life around and opened a bookstore or something. Never know. All right, he is running. And, yeah, I mean, I guess he could try and attack the goblin with, like, Scorching Ray or something. We're going to need to decontaminate the shop, keep the fighter and the rogue. Best to keep the medic clear. Sacred Flame, the goblin, if need be. Alright, so he's gonna... Pew, pew, pew. Sacred Flame, this fella. 1d8. So... he needs to make a dexterity saving throw. A 1. He does fail. So go ahead and roll your D8 radiant damage. Two. Okay. So the goblin takes 2 damage as he's hovering there just above the corner of it. And that is the end of Walsen's turn. The magic circle continues to grow. All right. It is now the goblin's turn. I need a D100 and a D20, please. Also, to go along with that cannon... I'm short again. To go along with that cannon, the ogre does have red eyes. It's a red-eyed owlbear riding ogre who's turned his life around to read books. Oh, his Sacred Flame is 2d8. So, an additional 6. The goblin is still barely alive. So I still need a D100 and a D20, por favor. $92. Followed by a 12. For the next minute, you are unable to cast any spell that causes damage of any type. Alright, that was a lame one, because he doesn't cast any spells anyway. Could have been cool. Could have been cool. Alright, it is his turn. So seeing that he can fly-ish, he's going to attempt to step off the ledge and realize that he can stay on this plane. So he's going to keep flying across. 15, 20, 25, 30. And as he gets a little cocky about it, he's also going to send one more attack over to, we'll say Lenka. I need some kind of height marker on this guy. 13 plus 5? 4? 4? Plus 4, 17 will hit Lenka. So with the D6 plus 2, he will hit him for 6 damage. And that is the end of the goblin's turn. It is now Captain Ommoll's turn. Can I get another D100 and a D20, please? Let's see. $42. Oh, shoot. I accidentally... There we go. 42 followed by a 5. Where is 42? There we go. Your strength is decreased by 2 for 1 hour. So he already has -2 to all of his attacks and such, but now he has an additional -1 for anything strength related. All right. Between 41 and 43. Fair. Okay. So Captain Ommoll, feeling even more weakened, what would you like him to do? As he's standing in front of Barrel Commoner, and he feels just worn out. Roll the barrel out the door. That's fair. All right. So he's going to, I'll say, sidesteps one. Well, no, he moves back on the barrel, kind of pushes it in front of him, and rolls it out. Can I get a strength check, please, to see how far this barrel goes? Okay. Go as carefully and quickly as he can without falling or dropping the barrel. All right. I'll say he's rolling with it and he's holding on to it. So he's going to go, we'll say here. Let's see, 5. So he goes back, grabs the barrel. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Rolling the barrel in front of him. Would you like him to use his action to dash and continue rolling? I imagine. 10. Oh, excuse me, like 15, 20, 25, 30. So he can't end there, so we'll put him there. As Ommoll's getting out of the magic. Alright. That'll be his turn. Damien's turn. I need another 100 and another 20, please. So, the chair goes down, I'm noticing, when I lean forward and I lean back. That's when it goes down one. Captain, I do believe that's stuffed. Alright, we have an 18 on the D20. Now I need a D100. $38. And an 18. All right. So, oh, no one's even around him. So it says here, a gentle gust of wind blows outward from you. All creatures within 40 feet of you can feel it, but otherwise it does nothing. So as Damien enters this magic sphere and starts to feel all weird and his body's kind of just not feeling right, all of a sudden just a puff of air exudes from him. The broken window, the shutters kind of flutter a little bit. The grass waves. Oh, that is a 33. I'm sorry, I was farther away. Maybe that one's cooler. Well, I'm going to stick with it now because I already said it. Yeah, that one, it's fine. That one would have been cooler anyway. Excuse me. Yeah, there's definitely a sound to it. All right. And that is the end. No, Damien hasn't done anything. So Damien's going to go inside from what I mentioned, or from what I remember. Can you roll a investigation check as Damien runs in looking for anything he might be able to snag? Wait, shoot the floating goblin before he goes in. Okay. So I will re-roll the D20 in general to go shoot the goblin. We won't count the one. So before he goes in, he's going to take a shot at the goblin. D20, please. And go ahead and roll the what's it called? The D6. In the meantime as well, if you'd like. Because he's probably going to hit it. I have a feeling. 12. Plus 7, that'll hit. D6, please. And it's plus something. And he dies. So as the goblin's floating away 30 feet in the air, about tip of the tree height, turns and he shoots, and as he does, he gets struck in the neck, and his body just kind of lays there 30 feet in the air, unmoving, as blood starts to drip down onto the grass below from the dead body in the air. Then he'll go in. Now go ahead and roll your investigation check as he runs 10 feet into the building. I was hoping that would happen. And with killing the last enemy, a 19, and I think he's got relatively good investigation. Plus 1. Nope. But still, 20. With the 20, you see, as you look through the wreckage, it looks like 2 potions have stayed. You also, with a 20, find what looks to be a cash coin pouch box, like just a small box for holding the money that the man has behind the counter. That is the 3 things you find remaining that haven't been destroyed and whatnot. Oop. So what would you like to do? Anybody? Yeah, grab it all and bounce. All right. So he is going to, I'll say he uses another 15 feet of movement to pick everything up. And he's going to start running back out. So he's used his action. He used his movement. I'll say just kind of like picking the things up as he's going is fine. So he can use his bonus action. I don't know. You're picking things up. I'll say it uses your bonus action to pick all 3 items up. The 2 potions and the money box behind the counter. Ommoll has the shop barrel. Make sure he takes shopkeeper with us. All right. So he's going to end there. It is now Lenka's turn. So, we are, the battle is over. We are still in turn order, though, until this is taken care of. Anything you would like Lenka to do specifically at the moment? Or is he just backing up? All right, he's running. So, see you later, bruv. Good luck. Good luck to you, mate. 3, 4, 5, 6. And bonus action dash. All right. Who has the spell to undo a curse? If anyone had it, it would probably be Walsen. But I don't know if he has remove curse, does he? Oh, he does. All right. That would be Walsen. It is now the barrel's turn. Can I get a D100, please, and a D20? As the shop barrel, as Widget put it. A 16 and a 12. Barrel's turn. 16 and a 12. For the next spell you cast within 1 minute that does damage, the damage is minimized. Oh, no, wait, 12. 12. That's a lie. You gain the ability to speak 1 additional language of your choice for 1 hour. All right. So the barrel can speak... I'm going to say that it can speak whatever the Ent language is, as it's currently made of wood. So, whatever trees speak, it can speak. But he can't do anything. He's petrified. Walsen's turn. I assume Walsen is also continuing to run. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 5, 10, 15, 20, 20, 30. The barrel speaks the common language. The goblin's dead, but it is the end of the round. Now, with that, the bubble tries to expand a little bit more and reaches the outskirts on the 3rd round of its growth and just just explodes with energy. We are going to do 3 wild magic table things and a fireball centered on the center of the shop. Can I get 3 D100s, please, and 3 D20s? You don't have to wait. You can just start putting in the D100s and the D20s. Get off the roof, get off the roof, get off the roof. Oh no, where's Damien? Right there. Oh, actually, the silence is gone, though. Now that I'm thinking about it. Yeah. So Damien's right here. So we have a 72 and a 5. And a 5. You gain the ability to walk on water for 1 day. Oh, is that real? That is crazy that we've had 3 72s on the D100. All right, I'm skipping that one. We're doing another because now I've done the two of those. All right, so we're skipping that one. We're doing 67 and then 31. I need another D20. So 67 and 14. You grow 1d6 inches in height. You gradually return to your... All right, so the building starts to grow 6 inches. Damien feels the mountain, it feels like, growing a little bit taller. Then we have 31 and 5, and then I need another D100, and I see the D20s rolled. 31 and then 5. Where's 31? An imp appears within 30 feet of you. Make it against... The imp is... Alright. It's a hostile imp. So, as the crackling energy starts to surge through the magic and you see all these blue waves, one of them looks to tear open a rift from another realm, and this little imp comes flying out, and he bares his teeth and starts charging at Damien. And then I have what looks to be a 39 and an 11. Okay. You immediately take 1d10 radiant damage as this burst of crackling, vibrant light comes flying out of another arcane bolt. I need 1d10 to Damien. 1d10. Come on. Radiant damage. Just starts exploding. Are you kidding me? I'm going to do it in Twitch, since Twitch seems to be faster. It was a 1. He takes 1 point of radiant damage that strikes him from that crackling beam. Oh, I typed a 1. Got it. Ooh, you're lucky I didn't use yours, but that's okay. Damien takes 1 point of damage. And then, immediately, fireball explodes in the building. And so... Uncanny dodge the fireball. True. Oh, that was the wrong thing. We have 16, 22, 26, 28, 32 points of damage for Damien. I'll take the 19. I don't think so. I need a dex save, por favor. 32. And then he does get the uncanny dodge as a reaction. A 16 do be succeeding. So he will take half of that. So 16 points of fire damage. Or, yeah, he saves and then uncanny dodge. 8 points of fire damage as he tucks and rolls, flying out the door. Phew. And as he does, the building behind him just wood everywhere. Just glass from the bottles that were on the ground everywhere. You see just chunks of bar go flying all over the place. And what lays standing on top of the mountain at this point is a rectangular scorch of lifted 6-inch earth where there was once the Hilltop Magic Shop. And with that, the energy elsewhere fades, and the shop barrel becomes once again the shopkeeper as the barrel just morphs back into, oh no, as he just starts screaming again because he has no idea what's going on. And then he starts yelling this language that you have no idea what he's saying, but it's almost natural feeling, and then he doesn't know what he's saying, so he gets freaking out about that. But eventually he's able to sit there and relax, and then he sees his shop and he starts freaking out about that too. So whatever it is you would like to do with the shopkeeper at that point, as he hugs each and every one of you for saving him, and then kneels in front of his shop and just cries and doesn't know what to do about what just happened. So, primarily, I guess I will just ask, what are you planning on doing with the 2 potions that you found and the box of coin that you found? Well, that was different. As he's just laying there, dodged this massive fireball. There was actually a really good fireball. Like, of all the people I was going to hit, Damien, come on. Also, if you didn't pull that commoner out, especially the fact that he turned into a barrel, he was dead. 100% dead. Give the coin back. He's going to need it to rebuild his shop. Alright, so he thanks you for that. Unbeknownst to him, you still have 2 potions that he just assumes were broken up in the fight. So, the 2 potions were a potion of greater healing and a potion of flying. Potion of flying. Flying. So, yeah. So with that, you guys all head off after giving him his money back and wishing him good luck. And you leave with 2 cool potions and a fun story. So I will be giving out 200 gold to everyone in the Sachamon that participated tonight as a thanks for hanging out. So yeah, I think that's it. Now I am going to try to, by next week, Walsen makes a comment to the shop owner, why did you have so many ogres orcs storming your shop? He explains that he's not sure. He believes that it's because a lot of his potions require certain parts of the surrounding creatures, like the orcs, the ogres, the toenails of the ogres and stuff. And a lot of people that bring them the ingredients for his potions tend to get them from the area around here. So he's assuming that had something to do with it. Look us up at the LinkedIn if you need anything. Fella, ask for the Raging Bulls at Heroes Haven. I always forget about the Raging Bulls. I'm glad you remember that. But yeah, so you get 200 gold for hanging out tonight over in the Sachamon Discord. Walsen is a spectacle. And cast Detect Magic. So with his Detect Magic, before he leaves, he does not pick up any sense of magic outside of, like, your magic stuff that you have, the 2 potions, the items you have, and such. There doesn't seem to be any other kind of magic thing going on here besides all the magic that just exploded and is now gone. So. But that's it for me, y'all. I got to get to bed. I've been up way too late the past 2 nights. And I threw this together so fast. This all, I mean, from conception to map to getting it on the computer to getting everything set up. That's 30 minutes. Literally just 30 minutes. I think Linz and I got home and got the kids to bed by like 7:45-ish. And I had 15 minutes to like just get ready and come downstairs and start working on this. So, I can put this map over on the Discord or on the Patreon if you guys want it. It's not really anything special. It's just a map with a hill and an arch and stuff. But I'm saving this fight in my brain for later. Yeah, I feel like it could definitely be tweaked. I didn't know what kind of monsters to throw at you guys. I had a feeling these would be too light for like your level 5 characters, but at the same time I knew I was throwing a lot of wild magic in there, so I didn't know if you know, that was gonna do anything crazy. You guys didn't roll anything too crazy, so that was kind of nice on your end. I like this one a lot. Good. Yeah, it was kind of last minute, so didn't know what to expect. I like the idea of Fun House of Mirrors. That's a good one. For being a seat of the pants adventure, this was really fun. I appreciate it. I had fun too. And that's why I said it was kind of fun for me too, because like the unknown was there. You guys don't know what's going to happen, obviously. I typically know what's going to happen, but with the wild magic, I didn't know it was going to happen either. I just knew it was going to end in disaster once that magic exploded. So. Alright, everybody. I will see you over in the Discord. I'll get that gold out real quick to everyone. And I will catch you guys next week. My plan, I don't know yet, but I will see you then. But this was a filler episode, I think, with it being plot. Yeah, the fun out being something that Heroes Haven would have on tap. I like that. That's a good idea. I feel like we could make something fun with that. So. Alrighty. You guys have a wonderful rest of your night, if it's nighttime. If it's not, have a wonderful rest of your day. And like I said, I'll see you on the Discord, and I will see you all next week. So long. Back to work I go. Sorry, Widget.